I know there's big interest in investors coming in. I know that's the case. And then even if we limit it to one, how do you know that an investor is not going to create 10 different companies? I mean, those are all flaws. There's no 100% stopgap for any program. What we're looking to do is do a prudent program that benefits the residents of Dolton, puts them first, gives them the best opportunity. We're going to do it transparently. We're going to do it fairly, but we want to make sure that we remain on a path that helps this community to not have as many vacant and abandoned properties. And in the process, if we find somebody doing wrong, Vic, man, how many tickets do you write?
Close to 73 a week. Somewhere.
Do we shy away from doing the right thing when it comes to people that are violating the rights of this town?
No, we don't.
And I will guarantee you, somebody found to be doing the wrong thing, we will take swift action. But in this process, we also want to make sure that we are trying to get some homes back on the tax rolls as quickly as possible. We will entertain all possibilities to do so. We are not going 100 full-fledged at this moment, and we have the benefit with this process of it being successful in Chicago Heights and many other communities. I will implore anybody that's here to go and take some research. That's why we've been doing this vetting diligently, because we want to make sure everybody has an opportunity from today until we have I would imagine it's going to be discussed on November. And as we come up with the right tweaks, it may be voted in December. If there are challenges we identify, it may push back. But I'm certain we have at least a month for everybody here, everybody watching, to do more research. I've come out of this with a few additional questions myself, candidly. But we're going to research it. We're going to come up with the best solution. And we want to make sure everybody, or I'm not going to say everybody, I'm sure everybody's not going to be comfortable. As many people as humanly possible are comfortable with this process and know that us as your representatives are doing it in a way that we can be proud of.
Sure. I just want to piggyback on what the mayor was saying, and also Mr. Lee, what he mentioned with the being collaborative with building and zoning, as well as code enforcement and the police department. I talked to other inspectors, other code enforcement directors throughout the South suburbs, worked in several different towns. That's how I found out about this particular program. And it's like they said, this might not be the best program, but just so happened to be doing an inspection training with a gentleman. And I just always ask, hey, if you're selling, where did you move to? Where are you moving to? He said, oh, I bought a multi-unit building in Chicago Heights for $5,000. The price was either 5 or 10. And then I purchased one on the next block from it for the rest of my family. He said the program was really good, and he said the process only took him to go through it. I think he said about 2.5, 3 months, but he was able to purchase that multifamily unit and the house on the next one. He also mentioned that, hey, first thing I did was made the properties look very well lived in. He said, hey, I got lawn maintenance on there. Started the rehab. He said it was seamless, and I did my research. I was like, okay, I had never heard of that. That had never popped up at our Build Chicago meetings and things like that. So he said, hey, contact Chicago Heights. I think it was the economic development. And that's how I actually ran into Attorney Agee, who I met before, because I met her at Park Forest years ago dealing with the crime-free housing summit. But like I said, you have to do your research. You have to do the research and see what it was. I've only talked to one other program. I honestly didn't remember the name of it that I did. It took the guy like 12 weeks to call me back. But when I spoke to the gentleman that was doing the inspection with me, and then he actually showed me how bad the property looked, and I confirmed that with some of the other Chicago Heights, not just the other inspectors of code enforcement. I know a few officers out there, a few detectives. They like, oh yes, the program has definitely worked. We'll put you in touch with a gentleman. And then that's how I just got her, just for informational purposes, to see how is this program actually working, because we have honestly several hundred that we can probably use within this program. And we all get residents that walk up to us saying, hey, this vacant house across the street, what do I got to do to buy this house? I think I can fix that up. And that's where I did my research to figure out, just to come up with some type of idea where we can try to get these houses back on the tax roll and ultimately save the village money. Because as the mayor said, we spend a lot of money, as well as residents spend a lot of money if they have a vacant on their block by having their landscaper cut a house. So, it saves money in the long run, I would hope.
Thank you. See, so I told you guys I didn't make that up. He told me. And then as I was in the midst of vetting other programs, he followed up and he's like, hey, did you call? And I was like, oh, I forgot. And then I called her.
You got to get the calls I get. I get a lot of calls.
You get a lot of calls? I get a lot of calls too. So guys, thank you for your testimony. I just want you all to know that this discussion tonight was absolutely amazing. So for so long, we haven't had an input, right? We haven't even been able to have a say. So just to be able to have this family discussion is extremely important. And now we know how everyone feel. It'll allow the board to take in consideration you all's thoughts also when finalizing the program. So guys, I think that I'm just overjoyed, right? The energy is great.